Folks, welcome to St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup, America's qualifiers, and it's the game between Virgin Islands and Chile. This has been the action so far in Group F during this window. There are 2 games remaining. Canada won earlier today, and you can see the Dominican Republic will also take on Brazil. Here are the standings already. Canada, Venezuela, and Brazil have qualified from Group F, and the question is, really, will the Dominican Republic clinch 4th place and go ahead and progress? Well, if they get a win tonight, that'll improve their prospects, but our focus is actually on what you might call the battle for the wooden spoon between the Virgin Islands and Chile. And with respect to both of these teams, they've each had good spells of play throughout the qualifiers, but as you might expect, they've also had some dips in their play and haven't been able to overcome as many dips as they've endured, so they will not be going to the World Cup. But nevertheless, it's been a good experience for them, especially Chile. When they've hosted games, they've played in front of some big audiences, and they know that a lot of fans back home will be watching this game and rooting for them as they go for their 3rd win in the qualifiers. Also, the Virgin Islands have just a couple of wins in their qualifiers, and they would like to make sure that they don't finish on the bottom of Group F. That said, it's also important to remember that each of these teams progressed from the first round, so that in and of itself was an accomplishment. So here's the Virgin Islands, and we've already seen Chile. We're going to hear the national anthems and pause in the commentary while those take place.
And now we ask that you all please stand as we play the national anthem of Chile, and the Virgin Islands March will be sung by Mrs. Laura Freeman Woodley.
Okay, the national anthems have been played, and the players will meet, and then we'll get a look at the referees and the rosters. And we'll also get a look at the starting fives. Here are the referees. So Fabrizio Vito, Jesse Diaz, and Andres Gaston Bartelmena. And from Chile, well, Ignacio Carrion, Carlos Lauler, Sebastian Herrera, Sebastian Suarez, Javier Barra, Gerardo Isla, Sebastian Silva, Ignacio Arroyo, Jose del Solar. Starting five will be Sebastian Herrera, Sebastian Suarez, Javier Barra, Gerardo Isla, and Diego Silva. And I'm not sure if Manuel Suarez will be available tonight. He got hurt the other night. Also Barham Amor against the Canadians. For the Virgin Island, Amir Nesbitt, Devin Peltier, Walter Hodge, Giorgio Milligan, Aubrey Daniel, Jonathan Gray, Ivan Aska, Laurent Smith, Kitwana Reimer. And starting five will be Peltier, Milligan, Smith, Reimer, and Jamal Samuel. So just going back to the referees, Fabrizio Vito hails from Argentina. Gesed Diaz from Puerto Rico, and Andres Gaston Bartelmena from Uruguay. Well, you look back at the qualifying campaigns for both of these teams, and they're littered with defeats. However, each did just enough to get into the second round. Virgin Islands, who, well, the Chile coach, actually, Daniel Frola.
For Chile, wearing number 7, Sebastian Herrera. Wearing number 10, Sebastian Suarez. Wearing number 11, Javier
And William Colon is the head coach of the Virgin Islands.
Gerardo Isla. Wearing number 30, Diego Silva.
So the Virgin Islands, the games that got the wins that got them into the second round came on June 28th against the Bahamas. They won 84-74 in San Juan, Puerto Rico, in the Roberto Clemente Coliseum. And they also won against the Bahamas actually before that on November 27th, 93-85. That was in Nassau, the Bahamas. For Chile, the important game that they won, they actually beat Colombia 74-69. That was on November 27th. And they lost the next time to Colombia 71-67. But Chile won their first meeting against the Virgin Islands. That was their second win of this campaign. That was in Valdivia. It's 81-63. So perhaps Virgin Islands looking to get a little bit of revenge tonight and show they can beat somebody else other than the Bahamas in the qualifiers, but more importantly than that, they want to come out and play well and leave everybody with a good impression, a good taste in their mouths with Virgin Islands basketball. Well, good evening, folks. If you're just joining us, we are in the St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands, and this is the Virgin Islands in white taking on Chile in the red in the last America's qualifier for the World Cup for each of these teams. And the Virgin Islands come right out and start with a jumper from Peltier. Gerardo Isla, his pass over to Silva. Here's Peltier right now, guarded by Silva. And then Reimer bumped him into him, and Reimer gets it back. He tries to pass it into the lane, but it goes right into the hands of Islas for Chile. And Herrera drills the three-pointer. No, that was a 2, so it's still a 1-point lead for the hosts. Another quick score, this one from Milligan. Giorgio Milligan. Second basket for the Virgin Islands. Nice little jump hook inside from the young man. Number 11, Javier Barra. Promising young center of Chile. Isla goes for the rebound. He goes over to his teammate. And now the turnover. And Samuel hustles down and gets the basket. His first 2 points. Now Herrera Isla, the veteran, back outside to Silva. Pulls right up at the line. Battle for the ball. Samuel took it away from Barra. Milligan. Peltier for 3. He went down as well. Looked like he was trying to get the foul called. So Virgin Islands shooting lights out here early on in St. Thomas. Barra. Chile looking like this isn't the same Virgin Islands performance that we witnessed down in Valdivia. Suarez has it, puts it up. And nice follow there for Barra. Nobody boxed him out. Two-three zone now being employed by Chile. Another three-point attempt from Peltier's short. Well, almost a turnover. Oh, Barra gets it. Oh, no, and then Milligan reached in and just stole the ball. Now he's going to give an alley-oop pass, and Reimer scores. So Chile have seen enough. They want to call a timeout and discuss what's going on here. Why are we getting so many good looks here in the Virgin Islands?
Ok. Primer tema es uno por abajo, uno posteado. Si cuando recibe la libre acá, chapa, este tipo a mí me ajusta,
71% for the Virgin Islands.
este hace bajo, bajo.
I don't think they're going to be able to keep that up.
Venimos, Gerardo.
Here, triangle, then you go behind, try to get close to the basket. Okay, the same thing the other side. Hey, the guy, hey, see who is hot right now? He's hot, okay? Put the ball over there. Okay, get the ball, get to the guard, and go. I pay him to make the basket. You to be the scorer. There you go.
Veteran coach William Colon. That was an alley-oop. I don't know if he thought Reimer was going to get in there and also dunk it, but it doesn't matter, same result. And we'll see what kind of adjustments, if any, Chile will make. Peltier forces the turnover. Nope, Suarez doesn't want to loose on the floor to get the loose ball. He's complaining, thinking there's a foul, I think, but I didn't see any. It looked like it was good defense. Maybe he was a little lackadaisical with his dribbling. Here he is again. Silva, bounce pass, oh, beautiful. Wow, thought that was on the way down, coming over the hoop. Nice little rejection for the Virgin Islands. Herrera thought he had 2 points coming up. And the message from the Virgin Islands on that play is, if you're going to bring it in here, you better bring it strong. Otherwise, we're going to send it right back at you. Good turn, but not able to score, and a foul called. Suarez. Samuel gets in and ran right into Barra, who stood his ground. Suarez wide open. Good screen set by Isla. Nevertheless, Milligan comes down and misses. Herrera back outside to Silva. Herrera behind the arc. And he takes the contact and goes down. So the switch. Reimer wasn't going to go over and help him up, was he? Well, this time he's not able to split the D. And Virgin Islands come racing down, but missed the layup. Herrera drives in. Oh, he was hammered this time by Reimer. Don't think Reimer likes him. That's the impression. I don't know what, if anything, happened in the first game with the Virgin Islands. Reimer's going to go take a seat. So Herrera is at the line. And makes the first attempt. Reimer's 40 years of age, one of the elder statesmen in the qualifiers. Still getting it done. Actually played at UMass Amherst his college career. He was born in the Virgin Islands. Plays with La Villa Basketball of the La Vega League in the Dominican Republic. He's on the bench right now watching proceedings. Chile's running. Suarez over to Herrera again, drills a three-pointer. 1 point game now. 3:38 to go in the first quarter. And now almost a turnover. Virgin Islands don't want to be too lackadaisical. Quick pass inside, and shooting it over the rim was LaRon Smith. And traveling is the call now on Ignacio Arroyo. Ignacio Arroyo is just 19 years of age. He's with the Club Estudiantes, SAD in Spain. Just grazing the outside of the net was Peltier. Devin Peltier is going to take a seat. Suarez. Bounce pass to Isla, goes up, scores with the left hand, went up strong. Virgin Islands slow to bring the ball up the court. Chile with the 1 point lead. That positive start from the Virgin Islands has faded in the memory. Now, what we do remember is how Chile were so convincing in that first win. Well, that was a much needed answer. Nesbitt gets his first 2 points. Amir Nesbitt. And now Milligan races down, and there for the follow was Jamal Samuel. Arroyo off the back of the iron. Another alley-oop pass. Beautiful basketball for the Virgin Islands. And LaRon Smith scores it. Now pushes the lead back up to 18-13. Isla. LaRon Smith comes up with a steal. Hands it off to Milligan. Samuel. Again, Amir Nesbitt, this time long. Now Arroyo. That's a dangerous pass, but he was able to get it to Suarez. Nice idea from Arroyo, from Chile's big man Barra, but not able to convert. There's Nesbitt again. Isla with the board. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the ball is thrown out of bounds. Carrion is coming into the game. He had some nice play the other night in Canada. Didn't play that much, but made the most of his minutes. And I think without Manuel Suarez, he'll be a key man for this team. .30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Carry on at the line, spins, goes up. That's nice. Very nice. I don't understand why he didn't play more the other night against Canada, because the minutes that he was in. And now stepping in is Suarez with the steal, and he's fouled. So that's the third team foul on the Virgin Islands in this quarter. So they'll inbound the basketball. 8.6 seconds on the game clock. This is carry on. And Chile hopes he carries on like that. And now the pass to Bader gets away. And Nesbitt races down, missed the layup. And it might be they get a three, almost. But Jonathan Gray's attempt doesn't go down. So Chile trailed after the first quarter at the Virgin Islands 18-15. Well, in that first quarter between the Virgin Islands and Chile, the host shot 6 of 14. A lot of those shots early were going in, and they had some misses. They've hit a couple of threes, and you can see just one three has been made so far by Chile, and that was Herrera from the left corner. But looks like an even match. Very athletic Virgin Islands team trying to play free. Space the floor so they can take advantage of their, I think, their athleticism, and also has a good jump shooting. Chile look more like they're running a lot more plays on this end of the floor, and that was Herrera's three. So some of the spectators, what do you think they're talking about? The first quarter or something else maybe? The teams that have qualified for the World Cup, possibly? And Herrera thought Arroyo was going to pop over to the right, passed it out of bounds. And getting it inside and scoring easily was Giorgio Milligan. Back over to the Virgin Islands. Ball rattles around. Another bounce pass, Suarez. Oh, a little bit of showtime. Reverse layup. Suarez has a little bit of flair to his game, showing it there, hanging in the air and scoring with the reverse. Inside it goes, and it's Milligan who's putting the ball in the basket with good effect. That's 6 points for him already. Carry on. Misses. driving in Nesbitt. He is blocked, but I think fouled. Well, that's got to be the play of the game for Chile. And here was Nesbitt trying to answer and getting the foul, so he gets free throws. Silva re-enters the game. Second free throw is good by Nesbitt. Ron Smith. Here's Nesbitt goes and sits down. Silva dribbles to his left. Back to Isla. Traveling was the call. I think it might have looked awkward. I didn't see him actually travel. Good defense by Silva to knock it away. Suarez has it. Gets it to Carrion. Look at Chile trying to pass it quickly. Now Carrion gets it back inside, goes up. He's tough. I like him. 4 points for him off the bench. Now it's the Virgin Islands with the slick passing. Silva over to Suarez, Isla, Arroyo. It's good. Nope, stayed out. Silva chases it down. A new 14 for Chile. Isla goes up. Nice finish that time, and it's back to a 2-point game. Flying in, now passing it out. Jonathan Gray missed with the jumper. And misses again from the right. Another chance. Milligan has it. He pulls up inside the arc. And Arroyo has it. Chile can tie it or take the lead with a 3. Silva. They've been effective, but they've been really passing it well. Here's Carrion. Isla quickly to Suarez, a little jump hook, and oh, Virgin Islands dodged a bullet that time. Milligan bounce pass. And the ball bounced out. The attempt from LaRon Smith. Samuel's going to come back in. Reimer also comes back in. Suarez. Oh, he gets rejected. I mean, that was a swat by Samuel. He's had a couple of blocks today. Watch this. Nice spin move from Silva. Nobody's going to block that. We got a tie game. Now Silva knocks it away from behind, but right into the hands of LaRon Smith. And Milligan. Gets it over to Peltier. Now Samuel. And Milligan And the Virgin Islands waited too late. Shot clock expired. Suarez. Well, I think they called the foul on Smith, but it was also Reimer was tied up with Isla. Here's Isla. Pump fake. Silva. Silva gets it back. Carry on the baseline. Oh, he is just keeps plugging away. Jump shot. Now Arroyo. Carrion did score 8 points in a game against Colombia and 7 against the Virgin Islands in the first meeting. Also had 8. He had 8 in both games against Colombia. So it could be on his way to a high for the qualifiers. Pass ahead, out of bounds, over the head of Samuel. So Herrera back in. Seems like he's their main attacking weapon. He's going to set the pick down low, then bounce out. Ritma is on Isla. Oh, Isla, $1 million move, but 5-cent finish. Ball didn't go down. And Virgin Islands had a chance to tie it again. Oh, beautiful pass. Carry on. He's got his 8 points. I'll tell you, at this rate, he could go for 20. Virgin Islands timeout.
Okay, okay, let's go. They're trying, when we're playing the two-man game, they're icing. They're saying it that way. That means if he gets the string over here in the top, this is the other big guy, okay? When they make the string, they're forcing him going this way. Okay, I mean,
Es que si Gerardo puede recibir el balón, lo reciba bajo el canasto. Si no tiene la continuidad de acá,
See, Carrion's actually got, Carrion has 8 points, which is a team high. So with Manuel Suarez not able to play tonight because of the knee problem that he experienced against Canada, those points there are far more important. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Milligan drives in and is fouled. So he will go to the free throw line. So Milligan gets the first one to drop. Remember, both these teams have got 2 wins in the qualifiers. Neither can advance to the World Cup. That's been called for a foul out on the perimeter on Arroyo. Here's Arroyo again. Arroyo dumps it to Isla and uses the backboard to good effect. Back to a 4-point edge for Chile. Driving in was Amir Nesbitt. Unsuccessfully. Now carrying again. Oh, he goes in for the dunk. He's been terrific. Also, it's a great pass. Now Chile back in a 2-3 zone. They find it in the middle, though, Samuel, and he's able to score with ease. Now on the baseline, Herrera misses. Isla went for the follow. Samuel grabbed the rebound. Samuel. Ball bounces over to Silva. He gets it to Herrera. And lays it up. Oh boy, should have had that. Well, might have taken an extra step, and then Silva steps in the way of Milligan. There's Laurent Smith driving in and fouled by Isla. Pretty even game. Oh, he won't live that down. You see a few smiles. He takes his time. Much better. So it's a 3-point game now in favor of the Chileans. Ball batted out of the hands of Herrera. Milligan pulls up on the break, tried to tie it. Carry on, then fouled. It's only the 3rd foul by the Virgin Islands. It was on Peltier. So in this final minute, Chile going to sit down and discuss things with their coach. And while they do,
Nacho recibe el balón, de Isla entra Nacho. Recordá que vos vas a ir con un bote para hacer mano en mano. Gerardo, el pick.
just as a reminder, Argentina and the USA and Canada, Venezuela, Brazil have all qualified. Still waiting to get 2 more qualifying places. It'll be 2 from these 3 teams. It'll be Puerto Rico, Uruguay, and the Dominican Republic. So those 3 teams are in the race for the final 2 spots for the Americas for the qualifiers.
Here. You go one side, the other one the other side.
11 of the 12 European teams have qualified. Just tomorrow, see Montenegro take on Latvia for that last spot. Latvia need to win it by 9 or more. Herrera misses. Silva reaches in, ball goes out of bounds, so 7.7 seconds now left for the Virgin Islands. Oh, William Colon now wants to talk about the final late game strategy.
We got 7, right? Okay, listen up, okay? 7 seconds. Shot clock. We go like this. Line over here, line. You're gonna be on that side. Let the ball about, okay?
Milligan has the 8 points.
You two together, you two, and use the outside like this. Okay, the first one.
So today it was Russia, Japan, Iran, Jordan, Philippines, Serbia, and Cote d'Ivoire that became the 7 latest teams to qualify for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. So 29 of the 32 teams are known, and the last 3 places, 2 from the Americas and 1 from Europe, will be determined on Monday, which is the last day of the qualifiers. Hard to believe we've already reached this time, but when you're having fun, time flies, as they say, and sure enough, it's been a lot of fun. 6 windows of qualifiers. It's been great for basketball. Now, inbounds pass, and Milligan drives in and gets a foul called, so he'll go to the free throw line. Fouls on Herrera. Yeah, he was not going to get away with that because he lowered his arm, his right arm. You could see it. So Milligan goes to the line. There'll still be 3.1 seconds left. Milligan makes both. And Carrion puts it up from midcourt. So we're at halftime. It's a good one. Chile lead it 31-30 over the Virgin Islands here in St. Thomas. So those are the numbers. Nothing to shout about from the three-point shooting standpoint, but Chile are 50% inside the arc. Chile out rebounding the Virgin Islands, out assisting them. The Virgin Islands do have 8 steals compared to just 4 for Chile. And that 14 turnovers for Chile is a high number, something that should concern them, and perhaps they should talk about. Virgin Islands has scored 13 points. Excuse me, Chile's scored 13 points off the Virgin Islands turnovers, and the Virgin Islands have just scored 8 points off the Chile turnovers. So Chile have turned it over more, yet they've been able to score more points off turnovers than the Virgin Islands. So it's 31-30, Chile at halftime on top of the Virgin Islands. Enjoy the highlights, and we'll be right back before the start of the second half. 31-30, Chile on top of Virgin Islands here in St. Thomas in the last America's qualifier for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. For both of these teams, of course, neither team will be going to participate at the 32-team event in China, which tips off on August 31st. They could always go as fans, perhaps. But the Virgin Islands and Chile have each only won 2 games in qualifying, and they were already eliminated a while ago from contention for a spot in international basketball's flagship event. It's going to be a huge event in China. The group phase will be played in 8 separate cities. And of course, the Wukesong Arena, which hosted the 2008 Olympics, will be the venue for the final. So obviously, both of these teams would have liked to have been there, but the whole World Cup qualifiers experience has nevertheless been something of excitement. It's really helping put basketball on the map in these countries, and you know, especially what you remember about Chile is playing in front of some very excited crowds, and perhaps their performances are going to capture the imagination of some of the youngsters who, when they're looking at what sports they want to play, they're going to choose to play basketball. So now the question is, can this Chile team go on and win this one, or will this home court advantage and Virgin Islands team be able to come out and perform at its best here over the final 20 minutes for Coach William Colon? Well, neither team was able to put really any distance between themselves and the others, and despite playing without their big man, this Suarez, this Chile team is coped pretty well, and they'll be looking to build on a promising first half. Okay, second half action's underway here in St. Thomas. And the Virgin Islands start with the ball. Samuel has it, puts it up, and Silva comes down with the rebound for Chile. Chile today, not here in St. Thomas. Other parts of the Americas, yes. Suarez has it. Nice spin. And Carry On has been logging some big minutes. He was challenging for that rebound. So that extra effort has helped Chile maintain possession here. Isla. Suarez off the iron. And now the Virgin Islands with a chance to go back in front. They led early, and Chile came back and took the lead, and they've been in front ever since. Ridmer gets it back. Thought he had scored. Alley-oop pass, oh, and the dunk almost thrown down, but it came out. Herrera, that rims out. Now Milligan has it. Goes behind his back, puts it up. And Carry On taps it over to Herrera. And up ahead to Suarez. Silva pulls up. And he was fouled. So Reamer called for the foul. Three-point lead now after the Silva free throw. Samuel can tie it with a three. Carry-on goes up for the rebound, and Herrera quickly knocks it over to Silva, and the break will be finished by Suarez. Excellent play by Chile. Now they're up by 5 points. Reamer. Peltier is able to get in and go down and get the foul called. And Javier Barra is coming back in. Isla takes a seat. Peltier misses both. So missed opportunities. Carry-on, oh, it just keeps going on, doesn't he? This is high for the qualifiers already. Now he's got 12 points. Now into the corner. Jonathan Gray hands it off. Goes the other way with Silva. Herrera. Quick pass to Barra. Keeps it over to Suarez. Steps in, puts it up. It's good. Best spell of play so far, really, for Chile, you have to say. They are up by 7 points, and William Colon has seen enough. He calls timeout.
You're not going to shoot it. I put somebody else to shoot it. Okay, I put it because I trust you. Okay, hey, we're supposed to go 22 and back. As soon as we get over set up over here, the 2-3, after the first pass, we are man to man.
15 points off turnovers for Chile now.
Then from there we go man to man. That's what we're doing.
Y cada vez que reciba Javier, vos tenés que presentarte hacia él para poder ¿ya? Entonces, mantengámoslo.
Bench points, 12 for Chile. Long shot. And the follow is good. And a chance for a three-point play from Milligan. Bounce pass, beautiful play. Barra gets rejected by Laurent Smith. And another foul has been called. So they will go back to the line. Interesting, Jonathan Gray for this team. That's, here we go, putting it up, and the rebound is good. Quick pass. Oh, and the block called on Suarez. And the three-pointer's good. Hit the front of the rim and bounced over by Samuel. So he's got 9 points. Silva back to Suarez for three. Good. Right at the buzzer. That was a big shot with the Virgin Islands coming back. And Samuel now has it. Ball saved in bounds to Herrera. Herrera turns. He's going to go all the way. Now he's going to pass it over to Silva, who passes it to Barra. And a three-point play opportunity. So right when the Virgin Islands were making a little run, Chile have answered with a run of their own. Barra does not make the free throw, so it's just a 7-point lead, but Silva called for a foul reaching in, so free throws coming for the Virgin Islands. And 3 fouls on him. Well, good minutes. Arroyo's coming back in for Silva, and Isla comes back in for Barra. Milligan has been at the line a lot tonight. It's now 6 of 7. 7 of 8. And he's also got a game high 16 points. Game high 14 points. 12 points for Calderon for Chile. Isla. Smith with the rebound, hands it off to Milligan. Oh, good block from Suarez. Not in your house, he says. Tough drive there from Chile's number 6, who's checked into the game, Carlos Lawler. And that was the rejection. Peltier has 2 fouls. Suarez from the left. Good rebound from Jose Del Solar. Another one who's checked in. Here he is. He's going to put up at the line. And Isla rebounds it. New 14. Suarez dribbles between the legs and between the back. He's going to put, he's going to get blocked. Milligan blocked him. Then Isla comes right back and gets a block as well on Milligan. But Milligan maintained control and got the ball. Shot clock down to 3, alley-oop, and the dunk by Laurent Smith. Smith's 4th and 5th points of the game. Also, there's a Laurent Smith, number 15, on the floor. And the basket, nope. So it's only a 3-point game. Pass was by Milligan, so give him the assist. And fantastic finish at the rim by Milligan. No, that was Peltier with that driving, with that driving layup. Chile seemed like they getting to grips with this game and about ready to grab it by the scruff of the neck like they did the first time they met. But Virgin Islands proving too difficult to put away. Second free throw is good, so it's back to a 2-point lead for Chile. And now the good defense forces the turnover. Peltier looks at the ref to say he got hit. That was Arroyo missing. Here's Jonathan Gray, played his college basketball at Cornell. Excuse me, that's Milligan. Jonathan Gray wears number 9. He's not getting many touches, actually, Jonathan Gray. Isla turns, gets blocked. And good play, hustling back by Carlos Lawler. And Chile not able to take advantage. Shaking and baking. The ball goes out of bounds, back over to Chile. Suarez takes a well-deserved break. They're going to need him. Oh, good hustle by Leron Smith, trying to come up with a steal. Final minute of the third quarter. Bounce pass. Oh, look at that. Beautiful interior passing. Finished by Isla. Nice pass by Del Solar. It's nice when the player points to the man that makes the pass. That's what Dean Smith coach teams used to do. And good interception by Arroyo. Chile want to hold it for one. Look at them. They set up to run a play. And then LeRon Smith knocks it away, but not in time to attempt a shot. So we have got 3 quarters in the books, and we're ready for quarter number 4. Chile lead at 47-43 over the Virgin Islands.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. Want it? Come and get it.
Those are the numbers. Not many threes falling, but Chile far more efficient inside the arc. Yet they've only got a 4-point lead. Fourth quarter underway. Hope Chile haven't forgotten about Carrion. He's over there on the bench right now watching. Here's Lawler. Into Del Solar. Passes it back out. 3-second violation. Both teams going for win number 3 in the qualifier. Samuel misses. Milligan gets it. And a foul has been called, I think, on Reimer. Indeed, that's foul number 4 on him. Offensive foul called on Herrera. See if he leads. Yeah, they just say he kind of shoulder barged him a little bit. Ron Smith comes back in for Reimer, who has the 4 fouls. Penetration, drive, and foul will send Amir Nesbitt to the line. Fouls on Isla. Foul in the backcourt on the Virgin Islands. And another turnover for Chile, gives it back to the Virgin Islands. See if he stepped out of bounds. Oh, I didn't see it. Interesting that Amir Nesbitt, who has the ball, is just 17 years of age. He's got some really good college offers, including Virginia Commonwealth. And good drive and carry on once again. Ball did not go in, but he's played well. Carry on misses that one. Free throw is vital, especially this time of the game. Three-pointer by Nesbitt, a little bit long. And basket is good by Carry On. So back to a 4-point lead. 3 minutes into the final quarter. Alley-oop, and the pass was right on the money. We'd seen that before. Ron Smith catching the Milligan toss. And I think a trip on Isla has been called. Peltier goes down. So 3 fouls on Isla. Samuel, just off the front of the edge of the rim. Oh, nobody picks up Arroyo, and he also, once they do, it's too late, they foul him. First 2 points of the game. Look at this. Samuel went for the block. So Reimer's going to come back in. Reimer with the rebound. So some missed free throws here lately. You wonder if it might cost him. Milligan, jumper's good. It's back to 2 points. Boy, he has been doing everything, hasn't he? 8 rebounds, 6 assists to go with his 16 points. Arroyo. And the handoff, and this time carry on is blocked by LaRon Smith. And the shot clock sounds. Oh, nice bounce pass to LaRon Smith. Then he passes over to Milligan, and finally Reimer gets his second basket. We've got a tie game, 51 apiece. Midway through the fourth quarter. Carry on. And seems like it's not a great matchup for him going up against LaRon Smith. Peltier puts Virgin Islands in front with 4:46 remaining. The Chile called timeout. Try to stop the bleeding. They need some solutions.
Defensa.
Gonna be behind, he's gonna do the screen on the top. That means right attack over here, you're here, we'll go inside. Then we got you inside. Okay, now you want to stop. Stop everybody, everybody has to go to the rebound. We get the rebound, then we go over there. We have to be smart now, man.
Three-man action.
Hey, now we're the last 4 minutes.
Well, full credit to the Virgin Islands. They've kept plugging away. They haven't allowed Chile to run away with it, where it seemed like they might a couple of times. Chile got up by 9 points. That was their biggest lead, but now it's the Virgin Islands back on top by 2. And a foul has been called. On LaRon Smith, or Yes, it was on LeBron Smith. Important free throws. Isla makes the first. They have, at the line tonight, only made 6 of 11, but those are 2 big ones. So now 7 of 12. Milligan, or Peltier. Here's Peltier. Sorry for the confusion. Nesbitt. .53 apiece, under 4 minutes. A beautiful pass and the finish by Lawler. Great execution. Virgin Islands fell asleep defensively there. Good pressure by Lawler out on the perimeter. Guarding Milligan at the line, he misses. Reimer comes in for the offensive rebound. LeBron Smith tries to get it. Reimer gets it. And the foul call before the shot. So that's now 4 fouls on Chile, so any more they'll be over the limit. Here's Milligan. Nesbitt, 7 seconds on the shot clock. His pass intercepted by Silva. Beautiful move, and they're gonna count it. Herrera. Boy, that was a very important time for that to happen. It's back up to a 4-point lead now for Chile with under 3 minutes to go. And Herrera is at the line. He is a perfect 2 of 2 at the line tonight. And takes his time and makes it. Jonathan Gray comes back into the game. I was going to say he played his college basketball at Cornell in the Ivy League. Here he is representing the Virgin Islands. They could do with him making a big shot now. Oh, the ball goes in and out, and now Chile have it. Chile more than happy to take a little bit of time off the clock. Herrera. Short. Milligan. Has it knocked out of his hands. And a reach and a foul is going to put Milligan on the line. That is a terrible, terrible foul. It's terrible because it's late in the shot clock, and it's equally terrible because Milligan's been making a lot of free throws tonight. So he is now 8 of 9 at the free throw line. Nine of 10. That is impressive. Herrera has it under 2 minutes to go now. Oh, beautiful pass to carry on, but then Reimer comes over and gets probably the block of the game. And then driving in, and Milligan is fouled once more. So he will go to the line. Unbelievable. Terrific block by Reimer. Watch this on carry on. And remember, he's got 4 fouls. So Milligan is 9 of 10 at the free throw line tonight. Make it 10 of 11. Wow, what great shooting. It's a 1-point game. He's now 10 of 11 at the line. That's impressive. Silva over to carry on the baseline off the back of the rim. And the ball batted into the hands of Jonathan Gray, who gets it over to Milligan, who usually when he's got the ball in his hands, good things happen. He's going to put it up, and the Virgin Islands, believe it or not, have moved back in front. They do not say die. They don't know the meaning of that word. And Chile don't seem to know the meaning of the word press home the advantage, because they were up by 5 points. And now they're down. Yeah, so that last foul is for his 4th.
You're here, okay? Kid, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be here. Like 1-4. Okay, when he gets the ball here, okay, go to our side. You are gonna be for him. Here, you.
When he made that shot, Herrera, and then made the free throw, it went to a 5-point lead. But really the big play was Chile were going in for a basket, and Reimer blocked it, and then that sent it the other way for a fast break. And now the Virgin Islands are up by 1. Peltier's guarding the inbounds passer. Suarez. Now Herrera has it. Herrera. It's around Reimer, bounce pass, knocked away. Good play by the Virgin Islands, but now they need to score to really put up the pressure. It's the 22nd turnover of the game. Jonathan Gray hands it off to Milligan. Shot clock about to expire. He puts it, oh, he's fouled. Why in the world do you commit a foul in that situation? Into the shot clock, tough jump shot already. And Milligan is just making one free throw after another. And it was Herrera who committed the foul. So with 42.1 seconds left, they've not made many three-pointers tonight. Do you just let them, do you foul to prevent them attempting one, or do you go ahead and let them take them?
Chapa. Acá no va a quedar Carrión, porque no queda listo. Cuando acá la reciba Diego, se va. Mientras acá, aquí está Carrión, Chapa, Isla, Seba.
Hey, no, hey, we run the play for him to be here, the right side. Then you switch. Okay. If you're in the wrong way, the wrong path over here, call, like for example, the second you went like this. Switch. You went over here, or now we're over there. If he hit the ball over there, you before him. Now he's gonna be over here.
Well, the Virgin Islands know that if they play good defense here, they're going to get their 3rd win. I mean, there's still quite a bit of time left, but if they play good D, get the ball back, they can take some time off the clock. Okay, Silva has it. And that's about the worst thing you could have done. Peltier. Your only hope is that they miss the free throws, but why do you want to stop the clock and let them attempt free throws? So Silva goes to the line, where he's made both of his attempts, but he misses that one. So it ended up not being a bad foul after all. Makes 1 of 2. And another timeout.
Jonathan. Yeah. If you don't have a good pass, eat the fucking ball. Eat it. Okay, don't throw it away. Okay. Simple. Okay. You're gonna be here. No. Our box. Simple. Okay. Here.
See, the Milligan has those 24 points. Ron Smith has 14 rebounds.
Okay. Now you make a screen.
To go with his 7 points. He's also got 3 steals and 4 blocks. Wow, he's plus 23 efficiency. He's the highest rated player out here, other than Milligan, who's 33. So Gray has to inbound it and gets it to Reimer. Milligan almost struggled there. And Reimer puts it up. Tough shot. Milligan for the rebound. Are they going to count it? Yes, they are. Boy, that was good fortune. 18 seconds. What did Chile do? Herrera, a beautiful play. Doesn't score, and Virgin Islands, if they can avoid the foul. Well, Gray is fouled, so he will go to the line. Carry-on picks up the foul, but with a 4-point lead. Now Gray has a chance to get his first points of the game. He's 0-5 from 3-point range. You got to say the heroes are Milligan and Laurent Smith. I mean, they've both just really wreaked havoc in different ways. Ray makes just one. Silva puts one up at the end, and that's it. Well, Chile this one will sting because they'll think that they probably should have won this game. But you also have to tip your hat to the Virgin Islands for not giving up the ghost, not losing the hunger. They've come out and they've won it 64-59. Well, Reimer ended up getting that huge block. That was a game-changing block. Whereas LeRon Smith and Giorgio Milligan combined for 33 points, 25 rebounds, 7 assists. Milligan also had 6 steals. So Virgin Islands 18 of 45 inside the arc. Just 3 makes from deep, but those were big ones. Chile missed some free throws. Those were costly. Chile in the end at the line were 9 of 15. And they had 22 turnovers. See the Milligan with the 6 steals. He did have the 5 turnovers, but to be honest, I mean, he was the player that really took responsibility in this game for the Virgin Islands. And again, pretty much everything that he did, he was creating, he was scoring. You see he has 26 points there, leading the way. Samuels also had some moments where he was pretty exciting. Jamal Samuel finished with 9 points, 5 rebounds. So these are the standings. Canada, Venezuela, Brazil, Dominican Republic, and then it's Chile and the Virgin Islands. But I think the Virgin Islands actually should leapfrog Chile since they've got more wins. (64-59), the Virgin Islands have beaten Chile. Here are the highlights. have to say with Milligan, he was so good in so many different ways. You know, you could highlight the fact that he scored the 26 points, that he rebounded so well from the point guard spot, the 11 rebounds. He obviously had the 7 assists. He had the 6 steals. But what, I don't know, my favorite is the fact that he was 12 of 13 at the free throw line. He gave everybody a lesson tonight on the importance of those free throws. So 64-59, the Virgin Islands win it over Chile.